So, happy Cinco de Mayo. It's May the 5th. Here out at the farm apiary. Doesn't look like we caught another swarm or anything. Looks like it's empty. And farm's looking pretty good today. I'm going to check out the bees here real quick. And I'm going to add some supers maybe. We got things going on here. Pollen coming in on the swarm trap. This was the ground swarm that we caught last week. And then this here is the other swarm that was in the swarm trap. And then a split we made. And the swarm from last year. Doing good. About 9:30 in the morning here. The bees are pretty active. Another split we made last week. Back to regular zoom. And looks like we got a plant growing up in the bees here. Let's get that out of the way. Trim this back a little bit. But this hive can definitely use a super. And we'll see how these all go. Let's get on the back side here. Oh yeah, they're full there. We're going to check that one out for sure. And not a lot of bees coming out of this one, but we'll check them out. Well, let's give it a minute. Okay, so we're going to get started in this swarm from last week. This was the ground swarm. Again, it's about 67 degrees today. It's 18 Celsius. I'm just going to pop in here real quick, give them a little smoke. I might take this hive home with me today. Take the swarm home, put it in the backyard apiary because I only have the one hive that's doing really well there. Second hive needs some help. Yeah, there we go. Pop this lid off here. Let that hang on the side. Put this right here. All right, let's see what we got going on here. Lots of honey, looks like. Looks like they definitely need more room. So I'm going to see if I can get this frame out without damaging too much in here. Oh yeah, it's full of nectar. Let's check the second one. We should have capped brood in here now, I would think, or close to it. You got eggs all over it. Bring that a little closer for you. Eggs all in there. Oh yeah, there's our capped brood. Look at that, looking good. They're starting to backfill. We've had some bees emerge, and then they start filling the holes here. And that's not what you want. That means they are definitely running out of space. So I'm just going to put this back together. And we're just going to let these ladies wait. And I'll see if I can seal them in right before we put them in the car and head home. And then I can transfer them when I get home into a bigger box. So let's seal this back up. Try not to squish any bees. Bad thing about moving them now is we already have foragers out, so if I take them, they will not have a place to land. I'll just have to move this other hive over, and then they can join with them. So we're going to look in the swarm hive that we got out of the swarm box from last week. Let's see what's going on in here. So I was able to add some frames to them last week. Oh, what did I do with my hive tool? There it is. Can't say I'm the most organized beekeeper, but I'm getting there. As I starting this YouTube, trying to show everything I can. I'm taking a little too long a lot of days because I'm filming a lot of video. This is fully drawn out and full of nectar. They'll turn that into honey. That's on the outer side, and they're starting to pack the other side too here, draw it out a little bit. I'll turn that around when I put it back in the box. And then I was able to take some empty frames from the 4/4 hive that didn't make it, since I'm trying to requeen that one. Try to make a split last week. We're going to this next one here. Oh yeah, this is full too. Full of nectar. And this is a drone comb size here. As you can see, those are a little bit bigger. Up at the top, they're small. But this is a foundationless frame. But they're doing really well with that. I'm just going to move it over just a little bit. I'm going to put it on the outside when I put it back together. I'll make a nice honey frame for them for the winter. Go to the next box here. Yeah, we got some orange and red pollen at the bees, on the bees' legs here. Bring that around. You see let's see where the orange pollen go. We got some red pollen right here on that bee. Some orange pollen here. That one. So again, these bees are looking good. Oh, I found our queen. Should have checked that before I brought her all the way over. You can see her there, the green dot. So I'm just going to put her back in, and we're going to be done with this hive. Go real gentle here. I don't want to squish her. We're just going to, now that I know where she's at there, I'm going to put this on the other side. There we go. We'll call that a day. They are looking good. I'm going to put this queen excluder on. And I already have a frame or a box of drawn comb I'm going to put on here. That way they can get up there, start placing nectar in there without the queen laying in there. Scrape these tops off real quick. And then I'm going to put a second box on. And this is all undrawn. I'm trying to see how much comb I can get them to draw this year. The more comb that you can have drawn, the more honey you'll get. So there's that. And we'll put this back on top. Nope, actually, I gotta do my hive beetle trap first before I put that in there. There we go. Before we get that far, bees do a pretty good job of controlling the beetles, provided that it's a strong hive. If you get a weak hive, then the beetles can really take over. So I moved real fast there and the bees went right after me. So you want to make sure you move a little bit slower. Trying not to make any sudden moves. I'm just going to slide this beetle trap in here. A little more room. I usually don't have too many hive beetles. I think my bees are pretty hygienic. I'd like to get them tested. I know Purdue Lab, we can send bees up there, I believe. Gotta look at my Indiana Beekeepers magazine, the state association. They have interesting articles. If you join the state club, comes out quarterly. We're going to put a beetle trap here. Try to put at least one in each box. And beetles like to go where the bees aren't. And if they crawl into here, it's less beetles that the bees have to tend to. You can see the bees are already coming up onto this comb, all filling in here, which is great. Stick this one on top. One more beetle trap. That's it. I'm going to get into the other hives. I'll let you know how it turns out here. If something comes up interesting, I'll pull it up for you. Okay, so we're down here at the other end of the hives at the farm apiary, and I'm going to want to swap this plastic frame out if I can. And I'm going to put honey supers on top of this. These bees have done pretty well propolising everything. They don't seem too bad. This hive to my left here, full of drones, just a ton of drones, and a ton of brood. The queen's doing really well in there. There's a queen from last year. Pull this up here. Oh yeah, this is a nice queen too. Good amount of brood. Decent amount of brood there. And they're starting to backfill. So this is, I'm going to put some supers on this one. I'm going to slide this over. Another good frame of brood there, looking down inside the hive here. It's like 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's check this one out here. It's got brood on both sides or not. Nope, just one side. This is a full honey frame. I'm going to move this. Oh, squished a bee. Darn it. Slide this over here. Yeah, it's not giving it much room to draw the... Wow, this is heavy. Look at that. they're already capping it off. It still has some pollen in it, but they're doing really well. This side's full also. Just gonna set that here. Ooh, one heavy frame. I'm gonna put that to the outside. I'll put the cap side to the out. And I can pull this plastic frame out. And you can see what they've done here. Started drawing a little bit. It's full of nectar. If I leave it out here, the bees will rob it out. So I'm going to put this frame right here. Let them draw that out. And then I'll put this. Actually, I'm going to put the uncapped side to the outside for now, because I don't want them drawing into this new frame that I just put in. Just got to leave them enough space to cap the honey. And then we're going to push these back over. I'm actually going to put this frame in the middle. Bees seem to draw better in the middle. I don't like that empty space in the middle at all. So I'll put this here. And then I can flip this back around. That way the cap side's on the outside. I know I have enough space then for them to get back into it. And then I'm going to squeeze these back to where they were. And I'm going to put this brood back in this third position, or fourth position. Slide that right down in there. Real gentle. Little tight squeeze because of that fat comb on the outside, but that's okay. We purplized it really well. And I can squeeze these apart just a little bit. There we go. Alright. I'm going to take my excluder. I'm going to put that right on top of here. And then I can put my supers on top. There we go. These will keep on growing. They'll be able to store all their extra resources up top here. And so this box we added last week. Oh, almost tripped myself. Nice for the blooper roll if I ever get one. We added this box last week, and as you can see, they're just getting up here to start draw this comb out. It's looking pretty good. Just starting to draw it out. It's one frame. So they haven't touched this outside frames yet, but we got this frame here. They started drawing on, but they didn't do anything to the back side yet. You can see there. And then if this, of course, is a frame that I brought up from below. And it's just solid. You know, so I'm going to move this one out. They're starting to draw it fat. I'm going to move this one out. I'm going to move these together. these ones that they've drawn. Slide that together here. Wait to put this in. And then this next comb, they started drawing out too. Or I shouldn't say started. Starting to draw it fat. As you can see there, that's full of honey. It's probably 10 pounds, 8 pounds. I'm going to try to put that to the outside too. So those are getting nice and thick. And then I did a good job of drawing on this side. And they're just starting to draw on this side, as you can see right here. A little bit. Looks like we got a bee on the camera there. I'm going to put that in the middle here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to slide these together. I think I'm going to get those 6 together. And then I'll put these frames towards the outside. Gently drop them in here. Push that together. I have to figure out a good way to clean my gloves. The propolis on them is getting way too much. I keep picking it off, but when it's all gummy, it's hard to do. So I think I'm going to stick them in the freezer when I get back to the house. See if that helps break the propolis loose. You can see how much is on there. It's pretty gummy. So I'm going to try those nitrate gloves one of these days. I just have to get around to buying them. So this hive's looking pretty darn good. I'm just going to put this back on top. Hold them in there. There were some big carpenter ants on top of here, so I got to throw some cinnamon on top of this hive. I'm going to go get that. Almost done here. Just a few more frames, or a few more hives. Just got this block of hives right here. See what's going on, and then I'll wrap it up and hopefully take that swarm that we caught last week home. Just to wrap up the farm here, these hives down here are doing well. I added an extra supers up here on this second to last hive. Switched some frames in this hive. These are doing really well. This hive here is the double screen board. It's not looking too good at top. I don't have time to get through these hives here because they are just rocking. So I'm going to come back and add, make these into full hives here. These 4, they're just so booming. I'm going to do the best I can. Get some bottom boards, put everything together, and then make some splits and get them going. And then the swarm hive from last year is doing well. Added a super there. And then still waiting to see if the queen comes back on this one. And then this swarm that we caught in the swarm trap last week is doing well. And then the one that I caught on the ground last week that was right there, I taking home with me. They're in the back of the car already. And I moved it over so the foragers that were going there will join this hive here. But thanks for watching. Really appreciate it. This is Bee Loft by Lip Tech. It's supposed to be Bee Loft and Gardens, but Jordan was talking about all the different things that we can do. Eventually we'll find some bigger property of our own, and she wants to call that Bee Loft Acres. So we have a lot of ideas going out there, but thank you for watching Bee Loft by Lip Tech. I'm David, and we'll see you on the next video.